Hi everyone, it's Graham here with the latest updates on the beta pre-launch of We Share Abundance, and it is October the 23rd and it is Saturday, and it's normally a day when we don't have any development going on, but we have got development going on today, and I'll give you the reasons for that in a moment, and I'll let you know where we're up to and what's going on. But wherever you're watching from, whichever country, whichever continent, whether it's our streaming on Twitch or YouTube or in the Facebook group We Share Abundance Publicly, you're all very welcome, and you are appreciated for turning up here. Okay, I'm going to go to our Facebook group and check that things are working as they should be, if I can find it. Okay, We Share Abundance Publicly, and if I scroll down, once the page has come up, hopefully we'll see October 23rd, magic. Click on that and we'll see if we can see comments, and we can indeed see comments. And at the top of the comments list we have Dave Jackson from the UK, followed by Pakistan, South Africa, Canada, Nova Scotia, Canada, Kenya, and India. So right away we have Europe, Asia, Africa, North America, almost instantly in. That's 4 of the continents. We're just looking for South America and Australasia now, and we've got all the continents covered. So we've got more from South Africa popped in, and we've got Holland in. Paula's back off her vacation. She's been up in Poland, I think, wasn't it? Poland. She's back in Holland. It'll have been cold in Poland. It's probably cold in Holland. It's cold here as well in Cornwall. Okay. I bet it's nice and warm in South Africa. And we got more from the USA, Southern Alabama. Okay. It's all happening. It's been a busy day today. Not that it isn't always, but it just seems to have been an even busier day today. Toing and froing, not being able to get things completed. I think that always makes you feel busier, doesn't it? When you're trying to get things done and there's something stops you, and you move on to something else and say, I'll come back to that in a bit, and you'd get that, and something stops that, and then you go back and you still can't complete the other one, and you start another thing, and it's a little bit frustrating, but that's the way today has been. No doubt everything that is on the verge of being completed, but things are stopping them, they'll all fall into place tomorrow, and it'll be a great day. Wow, this is gone, and this is, but as it stands today, it's, why can't I get anything done? So there we go. We got more from the USA, the Bronx, and we've got Nigeria as well popped in. Where are we? 4 minutes past. We have a Zoom meeting this morning. Yeah, I didn't make it. I've been working on Avazoo things, actually. I've been testing things for Dave and his team, as well as doing things for us. So I've just not got onto any webinars or anything. I don't know what's happened with Tapestry. I didn't get on that last night. So any people that know what's going on with anything, you're a bit more wise than I am. Okay, and we've got more from the UK, Doncaster. And I've not seen Russ Cowley. He must have missed the bus again. I can't imagine he went down to Crystal Palace to support the Toon, but maybe he did. If he did, he'll be gratified that they got a point anyway. Deborah says Dave mentioned you, of course. That's good of him. I hope it's good of him anyway. We got Ramachandra as well, who thinks he's from the UK, but he's really from India. Okay, just joking, Ramachandra. Okay, and we got Jean-Claude from Burundi, or I don't know. And then we've got more from Pakistan, and we've got Washington Adams from Canada. I remember that one. I know Jean-Claude's from somewhere. It might be. Burundi seems to ring a bell, but maybe I've got that wrong. Okay. We've been going a few minutes and we've got quite a few people in. So let's get started with a short little prayer. And happy Saturday to everybody, as Washington has pointed out. I think I had that on my scheduled thing. Happy Saturday. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love each member may find the joy of service, and through that service may each member attract into their lives everything they want and need from you. Amen. Okay. And where else have we got? We got South Korea, Jean-Claude, Burundi. Yeah, I thought it was. Get something right now and again. And we got a few people saying amen. Okay. Not next week, but I think the week after is a festival in India, which it's their big festival. It's the Festival of the Lights. They call it Diwali, I think. And of course, Devyani will want to spend time. It's a bit like our Christmas, if you like. We like to take a bit time and get with the family and relax and enjoy a little bit of socialization instead of all work. And so Devyani is looking to do that from, I think it's the 1st. So once we get the month-end figures run, which we'll be doing on the 1st, hopefully everything will go well, because it will be on the new site. Not sure what day of next week the new site will be available, but we're working on it because Devyani wants to make sure she's got things done and things. There were one or two things which we can't just get right at the moment. And I say we, I mean, it's all I can do is say it's still not working. I mean, that's about all the use I am. Okay, we got Russ Cowley in. He's been attending to his kids. They got hungry. Surprise, surprise. Okay. How is Cody doing, and how long to go now for him to get to normal life? Cody's doing very well. He is into his 8th week now, which may be sufficient, but we've got to check it up with the vet, and we haven't got an appointment with the vet yet. It'll be when I can fit an appointment in. It's between 8 and 10 weeks, really, normally the rehab period. 8 is the sort of minimum, 10 is usually the maximum. So he's into his 8th week, and he's doing really, really well. We're optimistic that everything is good, and it'll be good when we can let him off the lead and he can run around free a bit like he was used to. He was hardly ever on the lead, only if we were sort of walking in amongst shops and things like that. Or we went into a restaurant, but we've not been into one since COVID started anyway. So Anyway, so but he's been on the lead for 8 weeks now, so even in the garden, you know. So there we go. Boom, 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 boom. Right, yes, I was talking about. Oh, we got Scotland in the house as well. Jane, hi there. So, yeah, I was talking about Devyani and the new site. So that's why we've been working on it today, trying to sort out a few things that are niggly. And they need to be sorted before we make the site live. And I'm not quite sure how long they're going to take and how big the niggly things, as I say. I've no doubt that they will be resolved by Devyani. She's also asked Christian for a bit of advice because he built the structure of the site. So it's a few things that are happening with some of the things that he developed on the site. So hopefully Christian will be able to shed some light on it. Devyani will be able to put it right, and we'll be back into testing things, and I'll be able to complete some of the things that I'm doing. Like there is a really wonderful video on there that I believe Christian made, showing how to set up your Waves account and post your Waves address into your We Share Abundance account. The only trouble is he made that video probably a year ago or something like that when he was working on the site, and of course Waves has changed drastically, so even though it's a wonderful video, it's no use anymore. So I've had to replace his wonderful video with one of my scrappy videos. We'll have to get to a point at some stage where we get some people that are good at making nice videos like the ones that Christian can make, and we'll replace all the tatty ones that I come up with. But hopefully they will be sufficient to help people, guide them around until we can get them looking a little bit better. So that's why we've been on development today. There's no real development report to come in because it's been just Devyani and myself sort of working on things, trying to sort things out, and me recording videos that will go on the site to help people do various things. And it takes me a long time. I'm no expert at producing videos, and it takes me a while to just, think what I'm going to say and how, and then to do it, and then I've got to edit it once it's been done. So it does take me a long time, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So that's what's been happening on the development side. Of course, the support teams and everything are not really too busy at the moment. We'll be upping the ante once we get the new site launched and we start going into the promotion and everything. So we're on top of things is what I want to say. And the new site will be available one day next week. Don't know which day. It won't be Monday, definitely, because we'll be still continuing to test on Monday. It could be any day after Monday, but it's likely to be towards the end of the week rather than it be Tuesday. Okay, so that's where we are, and then of course the work starts. That's the foundation. Then we've got to put the building up. So that's when we've all got to start getting our hands dirty and motivated and sharing love and abundance. Okay. Right. Let me just have a look. We've got Suriname, that's South America, taken care of. I think we're just missing Australasia from the continents. We've got Zambia. We've got more from the UK. We've got Manju, Namaste Nanju. Okay. Where else? No, I think that pretty much covered it. Let me go and see if I can see in the app whether or not we can see other comments. Sometimes we can, usually we can't. Today we can. So we've got Ahmad Kamza there from, my guess would be Pakistan. With there's nobody else that I can see in there. It's easier if you want to put messages in to put them in Facebook, because more often than not they don't come up in the app. But today they're there, but there's only one person in there that I can see today. So there we go. Right, let's have the numbers. Let's get the numbers out of the way. As I say, at the moment they're interesting, but they're not really very important. What is important at the moment is getting the new site up. A lot of people still don't know we've got a new site coming. They don't read the messages, they don't know what's going on, they don't get involved in things, and they wonder why they don't make any money. Okay, but anyway, we have a net increase of 15 in our registrations. So we now have 46,724 registered members. We talk about a net increase because every day, or twice a day in fact, we take out people that haven't logged in for 2 months and don't have an active stake. And so it's usually at this time of the month, probably around about 100 people we take out on a daily basis. So when we get a net increase of whatever I said, 15, it means we've had maybe 115 registrations and we've taken out 100 people that aren't active. Active members, we consider people that are logging in on a daily basis, and we average those numbers over the last few completed days, and then we compare the averages from day to day. And we're down 94 on yesterday to 15,154 people. The pools, once again, a net, because the people that we take out, most of them have stake pools at some stage, but their pools have matured and they've decided that they can't be bothered, for whatever reason. So they would have been in the number of pools staked, even though the pools that they had expired. So once again, it's a net figure. So we have a net increase of 1 in pool 1. Okay. So we've got 36,588 people that have staked pool 1. That doesn't mean all those pools 1 are active. There's probably about 80% of that number that are active. And pool 6, elite members, we have a net increase of 3 to 24,282. There's about 90% of the elite members that are active. Site ranking for both WeShare Abundance and Multiply Weether are both down. Almost the same number, actually. Down 43 for WeShare Abundance to 9,482, and down 44 for Multiply Weether to 22,285. Multiply Weether had 8 new email verified members in the last 24 hours. 1 person bought advertising that had never bought advertising previously, and we had an increase of $4 in the bonus pool. Tokens, the WeShare Abundance token, Weether Abundance token, has taken a bit of a thump. I don't know, somebody's been selling them at a silly price, so they're down, but they are corresponding in both the back office and in waves which is unusual. They're showing $88 in both of those, and they were about 100 and 104 yesterday. So they are down a little bit. They'll come back up, but it's not important at the moment. You will see a more stable token value once we get the new site, not just launched, but up and running. It's going to take 2 to 3 weeks. So that is the figures from there. And in coin ranking, they were showing at $93.87. So a little bit more, $5 more than in Waves. The trading volume is showing for the last 24 hours of WISA Abundance $352.88, and they dropped 18 places in the coin ranking to 3,542. And the WISA token is holding steady. It's about the same as it was. It's down a tiny fraction in both Waves and in coin ranking, but insignificant. They're still just a tiny little bit below 1 cent each, which is a ridiculously low price, and you should buy all you can. The trading volume for WISA tokens in the last 24 hours was $1,271, and they also dropped a couple of places in the coin ranking to 1,124. Once again, they will start to stabilize, and the numbers that we give you will be more meaningful through November and into December. You will start to see a better trend, a more meaningful trend of progress. Then we've been a little bit like that, just treading water for 2 or 3 months really now. So that is where we're up to. Let me get back to Facebook if I can find it. That's it there, I think. I have a lot of tabs open all the time. I have 5 browsers open and multiple tabs in every browser. And you've got to be careful because the tabs get small when you've got a lot of tabs open. And if you click in the wrong place on the tab, it closes it shuts the tab down instead of opening it up. So, okay, let's have a look where we were. Yeah, I remember seeing Suriname, and we've got Denmark in. Hi there. And Manchester, UK. And more from Nigeria and Biafra. More from Suriname. Consistency is everything. I have 131 tokens. I hope everyone else Dash is getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, you need to build up your WISA tokens because they are a really, really good buy. Now they're just under 1 cent. They won't be just under 1 cent for very long, and they will be into the dollars in the very near future. So worth grabbing some and hanging on to them. Can I use my WISA Abundance tokens for anything else than letting them grow slow and steady? You will be able to use them for, it depends on where they are. But WISA Abundance will be the currency that we are using on in our international department, if you like. The business builder side and the mole and things like that. Domestically, we don't have anything at the moment, but there will be things coming along. The only thing we've got at the moment that you can do with the tokens is stake, and there's only the primary staking at the moment as well. But we will have secondary staking as well coming along, as well as other things that you'll be able to use them for. And secondary staking will that pay the profits automatically into your available cash wallet. So lots of good things coming. You can't use the tokens in the domestic side for the international side. No, you would have to withdraw them if withdrawals are available, and then upload them again. Dan, we use Wheat Abundance for the Easy Business Builder, but it's got to come from outside the community at this time. And we've got Jaria. Hello there. So nice to see you from Oman. And here we go. We got Northern California. Whereabouts in Northern California are you, Leon? I know that you do put in that you're from Northern California. Are you in the Redwood country up there, right up at the top? California, interesting state. You know, they've got the biggest living thing on the planet there in the giant sequoia. They've got the tallest living thing in the redwoods, and they've got the oldest living thing in the bristlecone pine, which I think about 4,000 years old, some of them, getting on for that anyway, certainly over 3,000 years old. So it's interesting that they have those three things in California. Where else? Venezuela, that's South America taken care of. Hi there. Lovely to have Venezuela in. And yeah, I think Havasu have got a meeting that clashes with ours today, so maybe a few people over there. Russ Cowley will have 535 tokens. 535 tokens is a good number of WISA tokens. You know, even if they only get to $1, it's a massive profit, isn't it? A massive profit. If they get to oh, just a minute, that's WISA Abundance tokens. Wow, I mean, they're already good. I mean, I know, okay, they're showing $80 or something. Ignore that. They'll be back up at 120 or something in the near future before we do anything. But that is still like a third of the price. They will be up over $300 in the near future, the WISA Abundance. So hang on to them. Big Russ. Big Russ, eh? Right, okay. That pretty much covers what I've got for you. As I say, I've been doing some stuff in my spare time for Havasu, as well as doing things for our launch. So it's been a bit hectic. Of course, Havasu are a bit hogtied with what they can do because they are so heavily regulated. They've got to get everything past the regulators, and if they step out of line, there are huge fines, and they can even lose all their licenses, you know. So they've got to be very careful with what they do and how they do it. So it's a situation I wouldn't like to be in. I mean, it's bad enough just trying to get things done, you know, without having to comply to every tiny little detail, you know, like they have to do with Havasu. I admire their tenacity, and they've been putting Havasu together for a number of years. Is about the same length of time as we've been putting this together, you know. So all things are happening, though. Everything is coming into line. You know, Havasu is coming into line. We're coming into line. There are things behind the scenes that are coming into line for We Share Abundance. All these things are happening. It must be that we're going to have such a remarkable, because I'm sure it's not just with Havasu and with us. I'm sure it's going to happen with other businesses, opportunities, groups, communities. Things seem to be moving in a direction for good. And I know there's a lot of bad stuff that always goes on, but there seems to be an increasing movement for good, and that is going to come to a head. And maybe next year, what's that, 2022, isn't it? Next year, maybe there's some significance in 2022, you know. I don't know, but I've got a feeling that it's going to be a real good year. There is so much happening. There's so much movement going in the right direction, and it's all happening for good. And we're going to squash all the baddies. We're going to, when I was a kid, you know, on the television, if I went to somebody's house to watch TV when they had them, big things like this, you know, huge cabinets about 3 foot wide, 3 foot deep, 4 foot tall, and they had a little 9-inch screen in it, and you had to switch them on about 10 minutes before the program because they were all valve run and they had to warm up, and then you had to draw the curtains, otherwise you couldn't see the screen, and of course they were black and white. But all the goodies in the cowboy films, they always had white hats, with the exception of Hopalong Cassidy, and all the baddies had black hats. So you always knew which was which, you know. The goodies had the white hats, and the baddies had the black hats. And the goodies, of course, always won. And that's going to happen in 2022, I think, as well. So get your white hats out. Okay. Right. Okay. That's it. We're covered. Seeing as Havasu have got their meeting on, you can perhaps catch the end of it. I don't know. But that's it from me. So we'll sign out with the Havasu song. And I'll see you here, same time, same place tomorrow. I don't think Deviana will be working tomorrow, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that's it from me. See you tomorrow. God bless. Havasu, zoo, zoo. A win for you is a win for me. Havasu, zoo, zoo. It's $1 billion spree. Havasu, zoo, zoo. We're a happy family. Havasu, zoo, zoo. We're all helping charity. Havasu, zoo, zoo. A win for you is a win for me. Havasu, zoo, zoo.